Welcome to all of you, and thanks for having me. If I was born 10 or even 5 years sooner, I would not be standing here. I have had 3 open heart surgeries, and I was flushed with liters of contrast liquid and bags of blood. I survived a cardiac arrest and a heart attack, and I spent too many hours of my life in a cath lab. My name is Dayenne Zwaagman. This Sunday I turned 37. I was born with a cyanotic congenital heart disease. In general, my illness has been my life, but it's toxic for every single one in my family. But besides the struggle, I have also learned how to have fun with it, even when I was in the hospital. Since 2013, when I went for my last open heart surgery, I am living with only half a heart. And in the run-up to the operation, I was scared to death not to survive this event. But I did. From the moment I woke up in the ICU, I felt it was life-changing in many ways. But what I didn't know then was that it was also the moment that my role in patient involvement started. I started questioning, what is that pill for? What does that readout mean? What do I need that for? For 4 days, my heart rate told me that the external pacemaker was not feeling comfortable for me. It makes me sicker. Please slow it down. Within a few minutes, I recovered. 6 weeks later, I started cardiac rehab. And day by day, I got physically and mentally stronger. The standard cardiac rehab program is based on elderly people and did not challenge me sufficiently. So I asked for a tailor-made one, which they gave me. Slowly, my quality of life increased. I am feeling blessed I have come this far. I worked myself from an e-bike to a real racing one. I ice skated the Weissensee and I can run 6 miles. But having been operated does not mean the same to me as having been healed. Nevertheless, in a hospital I will always be the cardiac patient for whom the doctor knows best, right? Not quite. Can you imagine how my chronic illness trained me to how to listen to the signs of my body, and that this patient experienced maybe the blind spot in the medical industry that you are all looking for? I know I need very specific healthcare until the day I die, and you help me with that. So let me help you. Why not do this thing together? And above all that, I am not my disease. First and foremost, I am a person, with a desire to live a normal life. That was my reality, wanting to contribute to life and looking for something to latch on to. So I co-founded a charity called Heart for Research 2 years ago. It is the first platform of patient representatives in the Netherlands that wants to build a bridge between patients with rare heart diseases and scientific researchers. Just 2 months ago, we launched an app to this effect. We also finance research. And to raise the money, we facilitate sports events between the medical doctors, patients and their families. We don't do this only to improve treatment in the field of genetic and congenital heart disease in adults, but also because I believe that we need to work on improving the general quality of life of patients. And that is why the board of my foundation also provides educational lectures for medical students, nurses, cardiologists and other healthcare professionals. Heart for Research is currently one of the 8 European patient advocacy groups participating in the European Reference Network CardHeart. European Reference Networks, ERNs, are virtual networks involving healthcare providers across Europe. They aim to tackle rare diseases that require highly specialized treatment and concentration of knowledge and resources. ERNs offer the potential to give patients and doctors across Europe access to the best expertise and exchange of life-saving knowledge without having to travel to another country. The patient advisory groups are responsible for bringing the patient's voice and their families with rare heart diseases to the network and support them with its activities on patient engagement and external communication. I feel lucky to have been born in a progressive progressive country like Holland. I can only hope that more countries will join this network. We are particularly underrepresented by countries from the east side of Europe. And if you still think that involving patients in the medical industry is not a good idea, then listen to this. Half a year ago, Amsterdam UMC hired me as the communication specialist at their heart center. It is my job to advise them on how to better prioritize the patient and their experience. I investigate how good we are doing and give lectures about the diversity of patient experiences, their struggles, their pains, their emotions, and misunderstandings. My illness and the way I am able to communicate about my experiences, something doctors generally can't, brought me to the same hospital where I visit the medical team that takes care of me. And sometimes it feels strange when I sit next to my cardiologist in a meeting as his colleague. He and most of my colleagues are happy with me helping them and improving things. But still, there are also a few skeptics, which is good because they keep me focused. I see my role as that of a jester. In Holland we say it, hofnar. The professional fool in medieval times that was allowed to give insight and advice to the king, but who cannot be punished for it. By doing this, I hope it will bring more humanity in the academic and medical world. I help professionals on how to be more patient-centered, and I help patients to be more understanding about healthcare.